poop, 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 poop. Look at that brown stuff. Okay, my friends, this is breaking news just within the last couple of hours.
Well, it was 9 days ago, actually, but breaking news, you say? Well, I never. So, a canal in a suburb of Argentina's capital, Buenos Aires, turned bright red. Now, officials suspect that aniline, a toxic substance used in dyes and medicines, was present in the water. Pretty simple to explain, right? Well, not if you ask our pal Roger from Mud Fossil University, it's not. So let's see what Roger thinks is going on, shall we?
Shut up and sit down, you big bald
Please subscribe.
Okay, my friends, this looks kind of interesting. This looks like a stream of blood. Argentina River turns red, sparking toxic leak fears. Now, it's in an industrial area. They showed the area that it was in, and it is in an industrial area, but it turned blood red. But this is the key that turns me on here.
Well, there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. What? He's just explained why the river has turned red. It's an industrial area, and officials are worried that the waste might be toxic. That's it, Rog. Quit while you're ahead. But now I really want to know why this turns you on. I mean, to each their own and all that, but this isn't Omegle. First hint of Old Man Wiener and I'm out here.
Oh my.
Residents report the stream has exhibited various unusual colors in the past: gray, green, violet, blue, and brown. Remember those colors?
Aniline is a colourless to brown, oily liquid which darkens on exposure to air and light. Remember that as well.
Often with an oily substance. Oily.
Like alanine.
That's bodily fluids.
So the Earth is menstruating. I guess that explains earthquakes. They're just earth cramps. Somebody get this planet some anodine, quickly.
They say they have been filing complaints against local businesses since 1990s, with several cases of alleged environmental contamination still open. They're alleged that they're contaminated. However, these colors, I'm not saying they're not contaminated, but let's see what evidence is there to support that that's possibly just a natural thing that happens in the earth. And I say yes, it is.
Well, we all know what you will say it is, but what you won't be able to do is prove any of what you're saying, because it's all complete rubbish.
Now, I'm not exactly sure where this is, but it's somewhere in Australia. It was sent to me.
It's Pithara, Western Australia, and those different colours are due to the interplay of Dunaliella salina and halobacteria producing those pink and red hues, varying salinity levels driven by evaporation and rainfall, water depth, and the colour of the underlying sediment. The seasonal changes between the wet and dry seasons are also a significant factor, creating a dynamic and visually striking landscape like the one you showed. It took me like 3 seconds to find all that out, Roger. I had no clue where it was. Why can't people like you just do the same?
Now, remember these colors? Brown, yellow, green, blue, all of this oily slick.
The colours in the salt pans aren't from bodily fluids, Roger. They're from microorganisms. Halophiles, salt-loving bacteria and algae, thrive in these high salinity environments. Their pigments, reds, pinks, greens, and yellows create the vibrant colours. It's biology, yeah, but microscopic biology, not giant Earth is alive biology.
This, I'm telling you, the Earth is completely made of biological creatures at one time. These are secretions. There's probably a pancreas or something up in here.
Roger, claiming 100% proof requires, well, 100% evidence. Showing some colourful water and salt deposits doesn't even come close. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and this is far from it. Where's the geological evidence of these giant secreting creatures? There isn't any. And showing us your goose rock is also not proof of anything, so don't bother. Other than the fact that pareidolia is a thing.
That it has all kind of different secretions of different chemistry. They could check out what is in these different secretions. These are secretions in my way of thinking. It even could be a lung.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Humans are really good at seeing patterns, even where they don't exist. Like seeing faces in the clouds, for example. And just because something looks like a lung, it doesn't mean it functions as a lung or was formed in the same way. What the hell am I saying? It doesn't even look anything like a lung. What are you on about, Roger?
Because I have lungs here that I've cut, and you can see all the different colors, like right here. You see that? If that was... there's all kind of different colors in this.
I'm no rockologist, and my understanding of rockology isn't great, but isn't that just a piece of conglomerate that you've cut, hence the smooth surface? It's a sedimentary rock made of rounded gravel-sized pieces of other rocks, and here's how you prove it's a lung, Roger. Give it to a qualified geologist or paleontologist for blind analysis. If they identify it as a regular rock formed by known geological processes, will you accept that? Science is about being willing to be wrong. That's what makes it so amazing. So, over to you, Rog.
I don't know. The Earth is just, it's made of biology. I'm sorry, that's just a fact.
But that's demonstrably false, Roger. The vast majority of Earth's mass is not biological. The Earth's core is iron and nickel, and the mantle is made of silicate materials. The crust contains some organic material, but is primarily composed of igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks. Biology is just a thin veneer on Earth's surface, not the fundamental composition. And look, I know that probably isn't what he means, but you've got to pick your battles, haven't you?
Now, they could be filing complaints against these people, and it's not their fault.
Or, and bear with me here, I'm just thinking out loud, it is their fault. Because the river is in an industrial area and they found traces of chemicals in the river.
But they got to do the chemistry. They got to dig in deeper. They got to come out of their box and open their minds up and look.
And you don't think that that's exactly what they'll do? What do you think that they'll do the same as you? They'll just go, stand at the river's edge and go, yeah, it's red. That means something is bleeding.
And think about the chemistry they're looking at. Because I see it all the time. Oh, this can't be. It's just impossible. Okay, so, and they won't look.
Yeah, but think about it from their perspective, Roger. You're a highly qualified scientist, chemist, biologist. Pick a scientist. It doesn't matter. And you get a random phone call or email off a guy that tells you he thinks that a river is bleeding.
This should at least be considered.
Fine, I'll consider it then. No, you're wrong. Leave the science to actual scientists, Roger.
You see this? This is not unusual.
It's not unusual to be
No, wrong button, sorry.
But it only happens in certain areas. You see these colors? These are the same colors they were talking about, greens and purples and blues and all of these different colors. You see it? See those colors? And over here, watch. Look at these. Look at the different color little lakes. All the lakes have different colors.
So a blue lake is Earth's eye and a green lake is Earth's bile? Assigning biological functions based purely on colour is scientifically meaningless. It's like saying a red car is angry and a blue car is sad.
This is different. This is different. That's different. These merge together, and this thing here running into here, that's different. This is biology, my friend.
I can't believe I didn't see it sooner, Roger. I think I can see where you've been going wrong. You're getting your ologies muddled up, pal. What you're looking at, the Earth, that would be geology. And what you're talking about is biology.
In Argentina, this is probably all covered up. This is starting to thaw out up here, and this is in Alaska. And it's just saturated with these colored lakes in this specific area, because I know why.
So do I. But I think it'll be more fun to let you say why first.
This is a digestive system. And right there, is the cloaca.
Oh, and I thought it was because of things like water depth and the sediment in the lakes. And also, many Alaskan lakes are fled by glaciers. Glaciers grind rock into a really fine powder called glacial flour or rock flour. You'd love it, Roger. And this flour is suspended in the water and is another one of the reasons the lakes look like they're all different shades of like blue and green. I hope I'm right and he's wrong.
And these two feed together. That's the poop side and that's the urine side. And it even has the pincher muscles there, like sphincter muscles, or whatever they call them.
Suddenly I'm not so worried that I was wrong and Roger was right.
And look at the color of green here, how fertile that specific area is. That's because it's poop.
Poop.
And all of these different colors are from the digestive system. And this is where the poop comes down. And it appears that it poops every now and then. Poop, 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 poop. Look at that brown stuff.
Poop.
That could be tested. See what's in there.
Do that then. But if it was me, I'd be worried about the results because based on everything you've told us so far, they're going to be shit.
This is in Australia. Australia is just saturated with blood. I mean, it's just 100% blood. And this is bloody...
Ridiculous. Bloody ridiculous. Everything you're saying is just complete nonsense, Roger.
You know, secretions. And it could be a lung, or it could be just all different secretions in some kind of you know, organ.
Or it could just be that the Pythara salt pans look really cool and colourful when there's water in them.
And this is the thing about Argentine. And there it is. In the past, it has all these different colors: gray, green, violet, blue, brown. And it's oily.
But alaline is oily. It causes the water it comes into contact with to be oily, and it's found in every single colour of dye known to man. And the factories were dumping it in the river. Allegedly. I'm not getting in trouble for accusing a factory.
It could be, there's got to be some way of testing this kind of stuff to see if it's biological or not.
Yeah, but only if you're completely bloody insane. What? I didn't say anything.
I'm sort of looking for a little reality myself.
Oh, the irony! It's too much!
What are we looking at here? Well, this is up in that area where they had that spill. It's in that area. This is digestive system. Nobody's going to convince me of anything other than that. This is in the digestive system of some gigantic creature.
How big were these creatures? The size of the creatures you're imagining, it's just impossible. There's no way a being that large could exist at all, let alone leave behind intact fossilized intestines half the size of bloody Argentina. The physics and biology do not work, pal. But you've never let that get in the way of a good YouTube video before, so why would you start now?
So let's just cut to the chase. I look for abrupt transitions. You see this? That's an abrupt transition. Whatever this discharge is, I don't know, but it's discharging out here, and I can see that clearly.
Now, you can call me naive if you want to, you can even call me wrong, but wouldn't that be a river discharging water into the ocean?
So if you follow it all down, and it's absorbing or diluting or whatever it's doing coming down here, but when you see these abrupt transitions, that's not all river. But there's a lot of just wiggly stuff going on in here.
Oh, Roger, can you stop using complicated sciencey words? I don't know what wiggly stuff is.
It's probably fecal matter. I'm serious. I'm telling you, these creatures, whether they're still alive and producing or whether this is just excess that's running out of them, I don't know. But this is just not
possible.
I just don't know anymore. You have to decide for yourself. I've come to not a conclusion, but a, semi-stable way of thinking about this.
No, you haven't, Roger. Trust me, you really haven't. Don't forget to join me tomorrow night at 7 p.m. UK time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern, for episode 2 of the Creaky Blinder Show live podcast, where I will be chatting with a very special guest, the one and only Mr. David McKeegan, the very man who attended Antarctica and witnessed the final experiment with his own 2 peepers. So yeah, it should be a very interesting chat, especially as I accidentally called him a flat earther in last week's episode. Never mind. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, won't I? Love you, bye.
I don't think so.
I nearly forgot. What did the horny toad say? Rabbit.